Hello and welcome. From the start, this video was a little bit bigger project, but due to YouTube's rules, I had to cut out a hell of a lot. So I decided to just do a tabletop review of my new rifle. In the beginning, I was a little bit struggling about what caliber I should get, so I've always had the 300 Winchester Magnum in mind, but my friend went and bought a custom 300 Winchester Magnum. A lot of people I follow on YouTube use the 7mm Remington Magnum, but I like the 7mm. I run it in my 7mm08, and that rifle is pretty awesome. But I want some more and a little bit bigger. And the 7mm here in Sweden ain't that easy to get for bullets, either factory loaded or for reloading. So then I decided to go with a 300 Winchester short Magnum. I like the short against the long action. So what's my options? None. If you have followed my channel for a while, you know I run Howas on almost every rifles. But the problem today is that Howa won't send new rifles to Sweden, so I couldn't get one. What could I get? I went on Google, Browning X-Bolt. It's in 300 WSM, but you can't get it in Europe. You need to buy it in the States. I can't do that. So what to do? In the end, I found out that Saco and Tikka makes a 300 WSM. So after some thoughts, I decided to just order one. Delivery time 6 to 8 months. What should I do? I can't do anything about that thing. They didn't have any in stock in Sweden, Norway, Finland, so they had to produce it. The same day that I put in the order, I applied for the license. The license took 5-6 weeks, and well, there's a problem. The license is only approved for 6 months, and I should have to wait 6 to 8 months. But during the time, I started to look around for all the parts that's in my head. So from the stock Tikka, I went and bought a GRS Fenris rifle stock. It was nice, but it was not me. So paint went on the weekend after I got it. It felt okay, but it was not me. So leather on the cheekpiece, it was a little bit short. And I couldn't adjust the back piece. So a limb saver and adjustable back piece became reality very fast. The stock felt very good, but I need a system for bipods. My wife had decided a little bit over a year ago to go with the Spartan system. So with the Spartan bipod and QD mount that they have, I ordered 2 of them. So in the front we have for the bipod, and you could put the bipod in here too, or use a tripod with the Spartan inlet. So now I have a system that I could go prone with, standing up with, and so on. But I still didn't have a rifle. That was a big problem. Month passed away, or went away, and I stumbled on this optics. A Bushnell Elite Long Range Hunter 3 to 12 44 at a very reasonable price. I have looked at this since it came out because it has zero stop, FFP, and so on. But I have always felt it's a bit pricey. But now, okay, press the buy button. But I still don't have a rifle. Then the next thought came to mind. A lightweight 300 Visum that will kick a lot. So in advance I bought an ATEC H2 silencer or suppressor with a 2 system baffle. I used it for a good while on my 762 by 39. It was very nice, but still thought on the Magnum with this small cartridge that I tested it. So I went up with 1 more baffle. So now I'm running 3 baffles. And then I stumbled on the PRS front. Nice. So I bought that, and I still didn't have a rifle. So the suppressor stayed on my 762 and the scope went on my 7mm 08, and the stock just stood in the workshop. Suddenly one day I got a message from the dealership that I bought it from. It came. What? 4 to 5 months before? Well, picked it up, and the first weekend we went out to the range and shot it. I didn't have any factory ammunition, so a low load from Norma's load development catalog and some Hornady 182 grain bullets, I think. it was a fairly good kick. And the grouping, nah. Tikka goes with sub 1 MOA. I couldn't get that. So the first thing that I had in mind to do was cut the barrel and get it threaded for a suppressor. Problem was, the barrel is sloped so hard, so that was not an easy task. We couldn't get it into the machine and so on. Problems and problems and problems. After that I decided to then switch it up. So I put it in the GRS stock and went out shooting the day after. A completely new rifle. Nothing felt alike. It was steady, it didn't kick as hard, the grouping got better, so I ran with it for a long time. Then in the end, after Christmas, I talked to the workshop that should fix the barrel again, and he came up with a plan. So he cut the barrel from 62 centimeters down to 46.5 and put the threads on. That weekend we went out and I put some hand loads with Fox Classic 180 grain copper bullets in them. A little bit hotter load. And they grouped almost at half a mo at 100 yards. And with a suppressor, the rifle kicks like a 223 or something. It's nothing. I could shoot it all day long, just have problem with the heat and mirage. The last two steps with my dream build was to flute the bolt. That is done. So we got a vortex flute on it. I changed the handle. So the upcoming weekend we are going to go out, if the weather is okay, and shoot the Hornery 165 grain GMX over a chrono and my hand loads and see what I lost with cutting the barrel down to 46.5 centimeters. I have had a lot of complaints. You can't cut a barrel in a 300 Magnum down that far. I don't care. I like the stability, I like the weight, everything in this rifle is me. What you think, I don't care about. This is my rifle. So the data will talk for itself. I have seen a lot of calibers that thrive with shorter barrels, and often it's the short action ones or the small action ones. The long, yeah, I could see that you don't have everything, so it should work, but in the small or the short action rifles, often they could thrive in a short barrel. It was the same with all my 6.5 Creed. I ran them at 46.5 and they performed flawlessly. No issues with the speeds. They shot tight groups. Everything was good. And it has been the same since the last 10 years. All short action rifles that I own have had short barrels on, except for the first one. And they have performed flawlessly. So when I don't need a quick setup, I use a little bit bigger bipod. The foot stamp on this one is quite a lot bigger than the Spartan, and it's a standard Weaver. From start, this rifle came in at 2.8 kilos for the bare rifle. With the scope I was running, we were up at 3.6 kilos. What you see here is 5.2 kilos. So the kilos makes a lot of difference for the recoil. But it was no issue to shoot it in the Tikka original stock. What I dislike with the standard stock from Tikka, yeah, it's easy to get the length of pull, but the cheek piece is so damn low, so you can't get a good sight feature. You need to have it very, very low on your cheek. This one is adjustable, so you just rise it up and you're completely level with the sight. So the last thing I'm going to do with this rifle is to Cerakote the barrel and the action, because TK is notorious for rust. They get brown if you move through fog for 2 minutes. And that's not okay. Not for a pricey rifle that a TK is. But more than that, I'm happy with the build and everything has worked out as planned. Sadly, I can't show the videos when we have zeroed it, shot everything. After YouTube's rules, I can't show you nearly anything, so that will go up on another platform. Have some more tests to do, so in a couple of weeks maybe, if the weather is with us. Thank you for watching and welcome back next time.